I'm giving away this $300 webcam. Let's see who won. This is the Obsbot tiny webcam. I made a video about these line of webcams about a week ago. In that video, I basically said anybody who leaves a comment will be entered into a giveaway. I asked you guys to tell me your favorite things on your desk setups, and you had some pretty solid answers. The only other rule was you had to be following me, so hopefully whoever we choose is. So I've got the video loaded up in this comment picker tool here that just picks a random comment. One entry per user, which is what I said in the video. We're just picking one winner. There's no need to mention anything specific. Let's apply filters and pick winners. Drum roll. Pew, 3. Oh, there's a little countdown. Hell yeah. We got T Culling. Yeah, sweet. Congratulations. I was so worried there for a sec because I went and I checked his profile on desktop and it didn't say he was following me, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to do a whole thing. But the desktop interface is just different apparently. They are following me, so congratulations on your new webcam. I'll shoot you a DM after I post this video and get your shipping information from you and hook you up with your new webcam. Anyway, first giveaway, I think successful. Let me know if you guys enjoy that. I definitely have the means to give more things away, but I don't want to just drown my feed with comment, enter the giveaway, blah, blah, blah. If this is something you guys enjoy and appreciate and you think makes okay content, let me know in the comments and I'll be giving away more stuff in the future. Appreciate all you guys for watching. Catch you in the next video. This is a story on how yesterday I almost burned my house down by punching a hole through my AirPods with a super illegal laser from China. And no, that's not clickbait. Let me explain. All right, backstory. So this is my CNC machine. It's a machine that usually has this router bit mounted to it. And what it can do is move around and actually carve things out using this router. I've had this thing for a few years now. It's a great tool. Previously, I used it to cut acrylic with that router so I could make things like these custom keyboards and also did little carvings out of wood. Now, very similar to CNC machines are laser cutters, where they do the same moving around, but instead of using a drill, they use a laser, and I've always been kind of curious about that. And I found these really cheap and sketchy looking lasers on eBay. Now, selling really powerful lasers that have the potential to burn and cut through things is actually pretty illegal, but the way that these companies get around it is they just say it's a really not super powerful laser, but you order one and it's like crazy, crazy powerful. Long story short, I did that. And that's what this red thing is here that's mounted on the machine right now. Now, I actually bought this thing about a year ago, and this is where the disclaimers come in. Lasers are fucking terrifying, especially powerful ones. For context, this thing is powerful enough where even if you're not looking directly into the laser, if it's shining on a surface at full power and you look at it, it's enough to go blind, even for like a second. These lasers are not to be taken lightly. You should not buy one. There's so many safety procedures you need to put in place, like a bunch of laser safety gear, like goggles. Whenever I turn this thing on now, I have it fully enclosed, so it's impossible for me to even see it. And then I also wear the goggles and I also leave the room. These things are not to be taken lightly. So anyway, I bought this thing about a year ago, and when I first bought it, I didn't know exactly how powerful it was going to be. So I plugged it into the machine, and then I basically turned it on really quick when I was out of the room, and I set a camera up filming it. Long story short, I turned this thing on for literally 1 second, and it not only punched a hole through the piece of plastic I was shining in at, but burned the wall behind it. And that scared the shit out of me, so I put it away and haven't touched it since, until yesterday. Some of you guys might not know about me is one of my hobbies is watchmaking. I repair vintage watches and also build custom ones just for fun. And I wanted to laser some dope designs on my watches, so it incentivized me to actually get this laser hooked up and figure out how it all works. I spent a ton of time calibrating it and getting it all figured out on wood here, and I actually got it to a point where I could really laser some pretty dope little designs. Able to do things like cut out and engrave these cool little Christmas ornaments. That's my dog Indy. And then finally, I was able to engrave my first watch dial for a custom watch that I'm building. It's not perfect, but for a first shot engraving aluminum, I'm super happy with how this turned out. So I was super confident in my laser. I had this dope little design done up for my watch, and I was like, hey, I want to laser more things. So I was like, hey, I know AirPods sometimes have custom engravings from Apple. Why don't I try these out? Because they're plastic, and before I was engraving aluminum and wood, I'll set the laser power as low as I can and have it move really fast so it won't burn anything. No problem, right? Yes, problem. So I put my AirPods under there, I turn the thing on, and then I step out of the room because I have a camera that looks at the laser, and again, I don't want to even be in the same room when this thing is firing. So I check the camera, and I just see a plume of black smoke. Now keep in mind, the laser's only running for 5 seconds. It literally goes like, and it's done. So by the time I was actually able to cancel it, it was already done, and I go check the AirPods, and they're just like covered in soot. Long story short, the laser is way too powerful for plastic. It engraved pretty deep into the AirPods, actually. This is after like cleaning up all of the soot that was on the outside of it. and like very chaotic. And honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it could have been worse considering these AirPods have batteries inside them. It could have actually like punched through the AirPods and caused a big fire. I'm grateful that didn't happen, and it was a good learning experience. Anyway, that's the story of my laser. Lesson learned, don't laser flammable materials. But I'm very excited about this thing. I'm excited about the projects that I'll be able to make with it. If you guys have any questions or want to learn more, let me know. And thanks for watching.